place I'm headed to today, I think is best described as Fraser Island on the mainland. It's got the huge sand dunes, the beachfront camping, freshwater creeks flowing out into the beach. I'm really excited for this place. It's only about an hour drive from where I am now in Yeppoon. So I'm about to go get in the car and let down the tires and head out there. This is Big Sandy. This is the one big sand dune you got to cross to get over to the beach in this national park. And it's a challenge. It's you're on this sand dune for like probably nearly 2 minutes, 90 seconds or something. That's a huge amount of time to be pinning it up a sand dune. And the biggest issue is for me coming up, if you want to stick left, which is obviously the smart thing to do, the left track on this side heading towards the beach is really soft, and it looks like it's the less used track. Or you've got the other option of going to the right, which I drove a bit of it at the bottom, and it is a much firmer track, but then you run the risk of someone coming down the other way, and it's quite a tight, windy track, and it's just not worth the risk, especially at the end of the day. There'll be a lot of people that have gone out to the beach for the day and are coming back. I've already seen a couple of cars. I've seen one stuck halfway up. I've seen cars come the other way. If I had to try to send it up the right-hand track when I first got here, I would have been running into traffic coming the other way. So the left-hand track is the only option. And it's so much softer than the right-hand track. So I'm going to have to go third gear pinned and just feed it the whole way up, I think. That's the only hope I got to getting to the top, heading up this track. This here is the mouth of Freshwater Creek. There's one thing I find really funny about this place is how simply they name everything. We had Big Sandy on the way in, which was the big sandy dune that I had to cross to get in here. Then as soon as you get here, you come to Freshwater Creek. This is Freshwater Creek. And then we have, I haven't been there yet, but further up the beach is a place called Sandblow. Haven't been there, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a sand blow. And then down the other end of the beach, I haven't been there yet either. Plan to go there tomorrow is Five Rocks. My guess is it's just Five Rocks. Everything here is just named exactly what it is. Like there's no creativity whatsoever. With this creek here, I would love to come here with the tire tube and a beer and just spend an hour or two floating down this creek. It's got a nice slow flow to it. It reminds me a lot of the creek on Fraser Island. I think it's called Eli Creek, or Freshwater Creek, that flows out into the western beach there. This is very, very similar. There's a lot about this place that reminds me of Fraser Island. It's getting a bit late in the day now, but tomorrow I'm going to come back to this creek for a swim, 100%. But right now I've got to go land my drone, which I left hovering over the beach as I come in here quickly to have a look at the creek on the way past. It's probably getting a bit low on battery. I must have packed up in a hurry this morning. Forgot to roll that window down. I made it to my campsite just on sunset. Seems to be a common theme for me now to always arrive at right on sunset. Whew. Gonna go for a quick swim. It's funny, I was just speaking to the couple camped next to me. They're from down near Sydney. And they were saying how warm the water is up here. This is freezing for me. The ocean in winter, it gets a lot warmer in summer. Holy. Whew. There's a few waves. I'm going to try and catch one in, I think. A little body surf. Not this one. Good morning. Today is the day I get to have a proper explore of this park. Yesterday I kind of just turned up at the end of the day, pulled into Freshwater Creek on the way in and then got to camp just at sunset, but today I got the whole day ahead of me. I think first thing this morning I'm going to head to the other end of the beach and check out the sand blow. Then after that there's a few hiking trails around here, just short ones I think that lead to like swimming holes and stuff like that, and I think there's one up onto the headland. So I got to go check those out. And the name of this beach that I'm on right now is 9 Mile Beach, so I'm going to go and drive the whole 9 miles over, see what's at either end. Pretty sure there's a headland that you can either drive up onto or hike up onto. It's supposed to be pretty good. And then we got 5 rocks down the other end of the beach. That seems like the thing that everyone comes here to see, so not sure what that is. I think it's just going to be 5 rocks, but must be something worth looking at, so I'm going to head there. Right now I'm just getting a quick run in this morning. I'm going to head back to camp, go for a quick swim, pack up the tent, and then, yeah, go for a bit of an explore. So this here is Corio Bay at low tide, and way out there behind me is Waterpark Point Headland. And Waterpark Point Headland, I've been suggested that at low tide it's worth walking around it. It'd be a huge walk, but at low tide you can go from bay to bay to bay, and there's all these secluded beaches. And I actually just put the drone up and had a look, and it does look incredible over there, but I'm not going to do that today. I think I'll save that for another trip. That would be a whole day in itself out there. I hope that's not warning me of something I need to know about. When I said the sand blow didn't have a name, I was wrong. It's called the Queen Mary. Now I'm just walking along this trail, following these things through the forest here. I don't know how far I'm going, but go check out this sand blow. I think I can see it. I think I can see the sand blow. Holy, that is huge. Geez, that just goes on forever. Don't know if I want to walk up to the top of that now. I wonder what made these footprints. The foot nearly as big as mine. I can't work out what it is. Somebody's been up this sand blow on a dirt bike and they've hit this little patch of dirt as a jump. That would have been fun. So when I was about 3/4 of the way up, or what I thought was about 3/4 of the way up the sand blow, I stopped and thought I'd put the drone up and take some photos. And then when I put the drone up and could see the whole thing, I realized that the sand blow just disappears over the horizon, and I was probably 10% of the way to the top. I honestly thought I was 3/4 and I was buggered. So if you're gonna come walking up the sand blow, just know that it just disappears over that curve over the horizon, and it is a lot further than it looks. Totally worth it, but this sand blow is huge. Like from the bottom it looks cool, but once you get up here and see the whole thing, it's a lot bigger than it looks. Quite impressive. That beer would have been warm by the time they got up here. I found some broken pieces of someone's tail light just at the bottom of the sand blow, so obviously people get their cars up here somehow. I don't know where. There must be another way in, maybe from the other side of the headland. Look at this for a narrow little stretch of land. Ocean there, ocean there, there and there. I think this end of the headland is one big storm away from becoming an island. I was just running back to Freshwater Creek where it comes down the beach to grab my camera after filming myself drive through. And I noticed these shady trees up on the outside bend of the creek. It looks like something out of a movie, like the entrance to an enchanted forest or something like that. And it looked really cool, and I was tempted to go up there and have a look, but I thought, no, I'll keep going. Go head up to this headland. Like, I'm pretty keen to have some lunch soon and that. Maybe I'll check it out on the way back. I pulled up to check out the sign and see what's around. And if you look here, on the outside of the creek, on the corner there, you've got Orange Bowl, and then you've got here in the recommended things to do, Orange Bowl, to enjoy a shady picnic. So I think those trees next to the creek is probably where I should have stopped to have lunch. But that's a kilometre back that way now, so I'm going to continue on up to the headland like I was planning to, and maybe have some lunch while I'm up there. When I first got here, when I first pulled up in the car park, there was a bunch of people standing around the cars there, just looked like they were about to leave, just standing around talking, and I was about to walk down this trail to get out to the very point, and next second they all started getting excited about something, so I've turned around and there was a whale, or maybe a small pod of whales, breaching. And so I was like, oh cool, I'll go and grab my big camera and a big zoom lens and see if I can get a good photo. And then they disappeared for a minute, grabbed the camera, put the lens on it, and thought I'd walk down the trail here to the end to get a bit closer and a bit better view, and they popped up again, so I pulled the camera out, snapped a quick photo. It wasn't very good, but I kind of missed it breaching, and then they disappeared. Yep, no worries. Walk down to the end of the headland and wait for them to come up again. Been down here for nearly half an hour now and have not seen them again, of course. Not once since I had the camera ready. But I did see a whole bunch of sea turtles. I think I've seen 5 in total. 5 different sea turtles straight down the bottom of the headland. If you've never seen a sea turtle before, come here for a look, because they're everywhere around the rocks. And also seen, I think it was a legless lizard, May have been a small snake. So watch out for them too. And I'm pretty sure I found the place they call Five Rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one big one at the end, 5. Pretty certain that's Five Rocks. And that's where I'm heading to next. About to jump in the car and try to find my way down there. I don't think I need to go for a run this morning. I've got all my workout, just doing all these stairs, running backwards and forwards to get my camera, and especially doing that big sand blow. That was more of a workout than my run was, for sure. Have a look what someone's built here. There's another one up there. So this here is Little Five Rocks Beach. 5 rocks there. And if you walk past those rocks, there's another beach on the other side, which is Five Rocks Beach. I think this beach is the only one you can't drive on. Check out this creek. Wonder if all those stones are everywhere under the sand under this beach, or if they've just washed down from the waterfall up there. It looks really cool. I've got the whole place to myself. There's not another person here. I can't believe it. I can't believe, with the amount of people out on the road traveling this time of year, like the amount of caravans and full drives, rooftop tents and everything, they're on the highway. Everyone trying to get out of the cities, away from all these lockdowns and whatnot. Now I can come to a place as nice as this and pretty much have it to myself. Maybe people are turned off by the entry into here, going through the sand dunes and that, but it's really not difficult. You wouldn't tow a caravan through, but you could leave the caravan for the day and come out for a day trip. I'm really surprised that this place isn't busy at all. There's no one here, but I'm pretty stoked. I've got to walk back up a couple hundred stairs to get back to the car, and then I'm going to head back to camp. Call it a day. Call it an epic day. That exceeded my expectations of this national park. So happy with today. Check out this sweet little outdoor shower I just found. Looks like cold water only. Yep, that was definitely cold water only. Very, very refreshing. So today is my last day here in the Byfield National Park. I've come on over to Five Rocks Beach to have a look at it. Thought I'd better have a look before I leave. I pretty much came here yesterday. I came to Little Five Rock Beach, and but that's just a walk-in beach. So this morning I've driven around onto Five Rock Beach on the other side of the Five Rocks, and you can drive down onto the beach here to the base of the Five Rocks. I've actually climbed up on top of one of them now. Have a bit of a look. As nice as it would be to stay here and have this place to myself on a day like today, I am gonna go jump back in the car and head out of here, head back to town. But there is one more place that I want to stop on the way out of here. So I'm gonna go head there now. I'm interested to see how this drive back out from this beach here is gonna be, because that was a long, steep, sandy hill on the way down. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more challenging than coming over Big Sandy to get in here was. But I'm gonna have to get myself out somehow, because I'm the only one here and there's no reception or anything. So if I need to, max tracks, let the tires right down. I should be alright though. I think I'll be fine. Let's go give it a go. Well, I just spotted a motorhome, so I would say that officially marks the end of my Byfield National Park full drive trip. I'm just now pulling into Stony Creek. It's my last stop on my way out of the Byfield National Park. Gonna jump in here for a swim, and then I'm gonna head into town, into Yeppoon, and get some supplies, give the car a much needed wash, and maybe sit down and start editing this video. That was an epic adventure that I wasn't expecting. It really was. Byfield National Park would have to be in my top 5 favourite destinations. I think after that, it just completely blows me away that I had so much of that place to myself. I hardly seen anyone else the whole time I was there. The only reason I can think that more people don't get out there is because they're worried about the sand driving to get in, and I'll tell you, it was not that difficult. If you got a full drive, let your tyres down, you'll crawl over that big sandy sand dune. No problem. I can't imagine anyone wouldn't be able to get over it. But for now, time to jump in the creek and go for a swim.